Well, since I talked about the dark secrets of the Kamen Rider Geats opening, I should probably do the same for GOTCHARD. Let's have a look at the opening of this new show, though I'm not too sure it will be as impactful. But here we go. Kezza, Henshin. Boy, was I wrong! There is so much in this opening and so many details that I found out through the research for this video. Boys, let's get into it. Straight off the bat, we have an introduction from Mr. Narrator-san, talking about the technicalities of being an alchemist and the basic understanding of the chemis. Through alchemy, miraculous artificial lifeforms called the chemis were created. In the background, we straight off see a bubble effect of boiling water take over the screen. Nice way to transition into the opening, honestly. It's over a Bunsen burner. Wow, I haven't said that since science lessons. God, I feel old. Also, am I really the only one who thought of miraculous ladybug when he said miraculous? Just me? Miraculous! And two hands come from the screen as we zoom out, as if casting an alchemy spell. God, this whole concept is a little confusing. Magic and science? They couldn't decide between the two and had to combine after the success of Force and Wizard. In the back, we see a dark room, a chair to the side, and flasks of potions or liquids. This place is seen much more later on in the opening and is their secret base / alchemy academy. We also see butterflies of some sort in the background, most likely fake ones or taxidermy ones for experimentation or materials for alchemy. The thing about alchemy is you take what you have and make it anew. But who said they don't do that to living things too? If we want to get dark already in the first line of the narration, we aren't even in the song yet. Moving on, the bubbles start to float and form into the chemis, where we see Hopper flick away the residue and yell a cute little so cute. This is in fact described in the narration. Listen to it again. Through alchemy, chemis are created. This may be foresight for what's to happen, or I just know Kamen Rider shows too well these days, but chemis were created by alchemists, right? What if a bad alchemist, or even a good alchemist, creates something that was not meant for good on purpose or accident? That would be an interesting way to have a twist at the end. Just saying, could be one of our characters doing some shady business. And when the seal on the chemi cards became undone, on this lyric we see the chemis escape because of the actions of episode 1, being released Lilo and Stitch style to cause havoc in the city. We see our characters helplessly look over the city from afar, but also showing the journey and amount of work they have to do in the future. Oh my god, this really is just Lilo and Stitch, but Toku. Who'd have thought? Next shot, still with the same line. Gosh, they really pack a lot into these quick frames. The alchemist Fuga passes on the belt onto our main character. Undeserved, by the way. Just saying. And thus passes the torch on to the next Kamen Rider. Does that mean he was a rider before then, or was this a thing created for Ichinose specifically, who was chosen by fate and glory? Or created for him by his mysteriously missing father? Also, do you think his dad is an alchemist? Let me know in the comments down below. Destiny itself rests upon the shoulders of this young man. And just like the lyrics, the shot comes from above as if godly destiny is literally falling on his shoulders. The background is literally all the backs of chemi cards, which I love the design of. Seeing all of the different helmet options too, I want to see them all. Camera view comes to the front where he is holding the belt and he smiles at the camera. An acknowledgement as two lights appear behind, one getting bigger as one story ends and another begins, as it grows in size and passes each other. Again showing the imagery of passing the torch on to the next Kamen Rider. Maybe I'm looking too much into this, like the blue curtain means sadness. No, it's just a blue curtain. But oh well. We see the Kamen Rider belt, boxy thing, as two cards go in from above and activate the belt box thing with a bright glow of neons, which is just beautiful, and they combine in the middle to create Kamen Rider GOTCHARD. Okay, I admit this is kind of cool. With the music building up with a long yes in the lyrics, GOTCHARD suited up slowly turns anime style around, as this is his origin story. A young adventurer taking on the world. He reaches up and pulls back to a fist as if to say, gotcha, showing a pumped up motivation to succeed. And all I could say is, I need some of this motivation, no kidding. In the background there are many arrows from the logo pointing to a direction. Then his chest furnace, I guess, starts to flame up, engulfed in desire as he rushes off screen with a cheeky zoom. So far the visuals have been stunning. Love the direction they're going with the visuals, but I've thought of something. It's kind of ironic for the many arrows, as this character has no direction at the moment. He doesn't know what he wishes to do for his his career sheet and seems lost on what he wants, except for this gotcha obsession he has. Maybe through his time as Kamen Rider GOTCHARD, he will find the way he must go. He is a typical student, lost and unsure about his future. It's very relatable to teens of his age as they go through school, but also to adults of my age as we wander through life unsure. I'm literally in my quarter life crisis, guys. Let me be. This kinda got too deep. Call on the logo. The logo shoots in on the higher yeah as it glistens and sparkles. It's so pretty. Before the chorus kicks in, we get some guitar and action shots of the Kamen Rider bike for this season. Seeing it from the side, above, below, under a van, the wheel. Oh my god, my head hurts. It's going too quick. I'm actually dizzy. How am I actually dizzy right now? In the classroom, we go to the mundane school life. On the lyrics, instead of looking up for answers you don't know, just taking on the challenge is your homework. Though the lyrics may not make total grammatical sense, and even looking at the Wikia version of the English sub, which is, rather than searching for answers I don't understand, homework is a challenge, it's clear that these words are from Ichinose himself. He's a student who doesn't quite know everything and is laid back, rather than worrying about how things are going to be. And the only challenge they face as students is the homework given to them. On these lyrics, we see the fun school life of our main character, the friendly and teasing nature of his friends and classmates, as they hold up his hand to answer a question that he probably doesn't know the answer to. Yeah, look at their face. Nothing is happening between those ears. He waves it off to say he has no idea, as the others around him are throwing a ball, chatting, laughing, yelling, and having a great time, even recording funny little videos, exactly as you would do at school. I definitely recorded funny moments with friends. If you didn't, then never mind. The lyrics match this carefree nature. Why worry about looking for answers right now as children in school, enjoying life? This is what normality looks like, I guess, as in total juxtaposition, we cut to Rin Kudo, who is leaning on her hand and almost sighs as she looks at the others in envy. Probably really wanting to be involved, but having too much to think about and too many responsibilities. We know from the first episode she has a dedication to her alchemy life, so can't live the way she wants to, having an ancestral job passed on to her once she finishes school. Also, thinking about it, the reason why she's totally alone in this shot must be because of the memory wipe aspect. It must make it difficult to make friendship work, and she has probably gone through stuff and is one of those characters that won't let you close till you earn her trust, which I kind of understand. She doesn't want her potential friends getting hurt because of her, or that's my prediction anyway. On further thought on this concept actually, what if through the years, she has made friends with pretty much everyone in her class, even Ichinose. But due to the rules of the academy, everyone must forget after each incident. So all those moments of friendships they could have built during these missions or during these events have been erased for their safety. No wonder she is so distant. There is no point in trying, which is just so sad. She turns away, focused on her goal, blurring the background out, almost blocking out the desire to have friends, but stay focused on her mission or calling, raising her hand with her ring on her finger, signifying her role as an alchemist. She is dedicated to a path, and you have to respect her for that. The challenge for the students is the homework. For her, it's something else entirely. She stands up and henshins in a glow of magical blue in her alchemist uniform, and enters the alchemist area with jars and vials of stuff behind her. To finish this line in the lyric, we get a new view of this dark and mystical room, with vaults in the back, with statues, more vials and bar space it looks like. We get a quick flash of all the characters we will meet on our journey, all people from the Alchemist Academy, holding a glowing chemi card as it floats. God, the CGI is awesome in this opening. Also adding a little bit of a detail that not many people will notice, he is the only one holding his card because he is starting off his alchemist journey. He doesn't know how to make it float like everybody else. I notice things, okay? I notice things! Also, is the roof falling apart? Huh? Yeah, the roof is crumbling, it seems, to reveal we are not in Kansas anymore, Toto. What otherworldly place have we entered? Back to the people, we see Spanner Kuragane at the back, a cool and-hero and debatable Kamen Rider Valvarad. Minato, the creepy teacher, fellow alchemist student Renge Icho, the reserved smart guy Subimaru Sudahara, and finally, of course, Rin Kudo and Hotaro Ichinose at the front. I've just realized the difference in uniform. Icho and Sudahara donning a red cloak, and Ichinose and Kudo donning a blue cloak, and even Kuragane wearing black and purple. Does that mean different classes, different pairs, different different levels? Unsure. The next lyric is "No saying it's impossible, there's nothing to fear," showing the visuals of Kurogane sitting on the stairs, not in the academy as he has graduated. He is out there doing his alchemist duty. He then overlooks the banisters as he looks down on us, showing a slightly moody anti-hero vibe as he brandishes his sword. He's gonna be a buffer type, isn't he? We also see the science lab filled with chaos, it seems, as spells and more are taking place with Icho and Surahara showing a slightly clumsy side to Icho, and maybe even hinting at a relationship or crush with Surahara as he smiles at her clumsiness, which is kinda cute. Hope this is canon because it seems sweet and we need more romance as this is now a school drama apparently. Think of all the shoujo school slice of life anime romances, and this is it, just with alchemy. And Toku. And this lyric is totally giving a carefree, cheerful sense of childlike hope and wonder, hoping for the best with optimism brimming through the lyrics. God, that was a lot of words. On the next lyric though, it takes a kinda darker turn with the words, with "cast your shame away and take the leap." The wording and visuals of that make me suspect that there may have been some shame put on someone, or someone did something bad. And from the visuals, I think it may be our teacher, as he uses magic to make the students forget as they walk past. But something cool about this shot is that you can see the students laughing with cameras looking at something. Then on the other side of the spell, they look forward as if nothing happened. That's a cool detail, I think. He is looking very dramatic and somber in this shot as he walks past his students, leading me to believe he wants them to forget. The power to make people forget. That's going to be important, I bet. Also, that's a good point. Why is he a teacher at both schools? I mean, I've heard of part-time, but this is madness. Teachers don't even get paid enough to begin with compared to the stress and amount of work they put in. Not the way to go, dude. No wonder you look pissed. But back to my main point. Cast your shame away, and it's pointing at him. I sense some trouble brewing. But the line does say to cast away and take the leap, meaning forgive yourself and move forward. Definitely something going on that we will need to unpack another day, but for now, let's do as they said and continue. The lyric ends with everyone's rings shown on screen very quickly. Ooh, rings. Reminds me of a certain Kamen Rider. I wonder where they got the inspo. Reach out towards that big dream of yours is the next line, showing all of our characters using a light card, I guess, searching through the rooms of the Alchemist Academy for the chemis, I assume, or the person to blame for the awful uniforms. Sorry, I'm just unsure on them so far. And we end up outside with Kudo and Ichinose. All of them are searching, maybe even for that grand dream they mentioned in the lyric, their goal for the future, or even the chemis specifically, as that is their main aim of their current mission, even if someone's always taken the glories. On this line, we have the old alchemist Fuga Kudo, who is in fact Kudo's dad. Something to note on further inspection, the card that Kudo is using in the previous shot has her father in it. One great transitional shot, but also from doing a little bit of research on these characters, Kudo's dad went missing 10 years ago, protecting the chemis from the Dark Three Sisters. So of course, she would be searching for her dad all this time. Again, great transitional shot, now with inner meaning. Back to the visuals though, he is doing alchemy as he was a powerful alchemist as he stares you down. Stop! But also, he is in the Ouroboros world, which I only found out recently was the name for this strange world. Ouroboros meaning a circular symbol depicting a snake swallowing its own tail, meaning wholeness or infinity. The symbol we see in the sky for some reason. Then we see GOTCHARD fighting a monster of the week, which, thinking back to episode 1, is probably a chemi-absorbed sister, which in its own way, a crazy concept for a villain faction. More on this in a bit. Continuing on to the next lyric with our previous one, even if someone's always taken the glories, look closer, who's that? Got 'em pain and injuries. To be honest, the English sub doesn't make much sense here, but pretty much means, no, still a little confused. So let me check the other Wikia version. Even if you ostensibly... I too dyslexic for this shit. Pretty much, the meaning of these lines are, even when you win, there is always someone who will appear and win instead, a new competitor or rival for the win. This song is pretty much a chill out anthem, I've just realized. Chill out, enjoy your life, and don't worry about the consequences or responsibilities. It's important to be who you are as an individual when raising to the challenge. What matters are quirks and individuality when facing the troubles of life. For example, the visuals of the villains on screen we face in the show, the three dark sisters who look incredible. I love love this almost Egyptian style with the symbols and accessories, as well as the veils with the eyes and mouth sewn on, which is so interesting, with a close-up on Atropos, then on the younger sisters of Atropos, Clotho and Lachesis, who are actually also known as the Moirai, or the Fates that you have heard in mythology. Are they the Fates who are the personifications of destiny, or are they just named after them? That's my question. Like, do you remember Hercules, where there are the three hags with the one eye and they pull a thread and cut it and the person's life is over? This is supposed to be them, or could be them. Clotho is the spinner, spinning the thread of human life. Lachesis measures the thread, and Atropos, the eldest, cuts the thread. That's so interesting! So they aren't Egyptian but Greek? Is that right? Also, something I just discovered, in this shot, they are also all covering an eye, with the veils and with a hand. Why? Well, let's see if anything comes of that. Moving on to the next line, together our reach is tenfold, that's just math. Ew, that was so weird to say. Just math? It's maths, guys, come on. Also, am I the only one who thought of 2 + 2 = 4 - 1 = 3 quick maths? This is my brain, okay? But anyway. The lines here meaning our collective reach is bigger than the threat we face. It's tenfold. That's just math. God, such an awkward line. But it makes sense for a school show. Visually, Gotchard with arms stretched out, his reach tenfold. Sorry, bad joke. But he prepares to Henshin as he takes on the challenge and yells Henshin between the lyrics, which is such a nice touch. Chorus time! You ready? Every time we meet Kemi X Story, which, if you listen to it again, Kemi X Story, chemistry. It is in fact chemistry. Again, makes sense for a school show. Someone must have thought they were really smart with that. And yes, it is. It is the story of his life with the chemis and alchemy involved. Visually showing quick shots of Kamen Rider GOTCHARD fighting the three Dark Sisters with the assistance of the chemis, our anti-hero, as well as Kudo herself, who is helping untransformed. Oh, I hope we see her actually get to Henshin soon, like a proper one, not like in episode 1. We see only the three sisters fighting as the opposition. So do we really only have these three as our main villain faction? Okay. I kinda like that. This happens over the lyrics. This bond of ours will go towards the future, showing their potential friendship that will grow over the show as they fight for their future alongside GOTCHARD. Next line, gotcha, gotcha. Of course, the main theme and name of the show. The doors open wide, meaning all doors and all opportunities are available for those who go for it, alongside a great display of the cars flipping through them like doors opening as Ichinose watches and becomes GOTCHARD, pumping his fist in enthusiasm. Almost done, I think. Next line is, let's make the task and clear it away together. Let's make it our mission and succeed, I guess. Probably talking about the task of gathering all the chemis as we see Ichinose and Kudo smiling and having fun together as friends while also hiding Hopper from their unsuspecting mother at her work. It's nice to see Kudo smiling here, and I hope we get to see her relax and enjoy her school life soon with her unlikely friend Ichinose. Going back to Kudo and the whole friendship thing, maybe her and Ichinose are actually really good friends, but because of the memory wipe, he doesn't remember any of it. That's so sad. Oh my god, that's my theory. That's my theory. So much could have happened and he's forgotten everything, but Kudo is the only one that remembers. Oh god, that is even worse. And this is actually how they've been interacting. They've actually been really good friends this whole time, but he can't remember. Anyway, the next clip we see is GOTCHARD fighting in a black void against the monster of the week. However, their head is scrubbed out as each time it's different, but the same sisters absorbing the chemis. That's a clever way to show that. But will that concept get boring after a while? Let's see. The miraculous power might be a mystery. This lyric could mean that maybe the power of the rideabout is a strange thing. No one knows who made it or how it became to be. However, considering that the anti-hero has a bout of his own that he made himself, I am doubting this. Now I believe these are Ichinose's thoughts on this new life and power he has come across. Ichinose sees being an alchemist and rider as a strange thing, but in the next line, but it's a chemical reaction born from diversity, it shows his optimism for this new adventure and experience, that there is reasoning or purpose for this madness, created by his strange circumstances, as we see him continue to fight the three Dark Sisters on the school's rooftop, alongside Spanner Kuragane. Gotcha, GOTCHARD put them together and our dreams will be growing up. Finishes the main chorus along with some beautiful yeah. to the end with the final line of "This is my and your Kemi X story." We see more of the cards flipping past with Kudo smiling and transforming to her academy uniform, as well as Spanner Kuragane also being there. So to me, this is very clear that this will be the main trio of the story. This feels very Kamen Rider Geats opening, showing the characters again. Maybe we'll get something similar as more characters will start to appear in the opening throughout the show. We also see some beautiful slow-mo shots of the rider form with the scarf gracefully flapping in the wind, which is just stunning. Next shot is a quick fun shot of Ichinose in his classroom surrounded by his school friends again, having a great time, flashing over to him henshined up and on the mission to find the Kemis, showing his new double lifestyle. Oh my god, this is also Hannah Montana! Double life covered by secrecy? Ooh. And the final shot is them smiling and hanging out on top of the school rooftop, and it totally feels like the ending of a romance school drama / anime. Very sweet and cute with a zoom out to see the others playing in the background. Another isolation from the rest of the classmates, even having only them with the blazers on. Also, they are holding out flowers, very sweet. Don't know what significance that has, but yeah. But this also confirms my suspicion that they were best friends originally, but now, due to the memory wipe, Ichinose has forgotten all about their original friendship. And that is my Toku theory. And there you have it, the opening dissected in so much detail that this is now a 6-page script. What was I thinking? Oh well, this opening went in to be a school anime soundtrack, and that's what it achieved, and I love that for it. It's uplifting and optimistic with the lyrics, and just a good bit of fun with a childlike wonder. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on the opening, and let me know in the comments if you noticed anything else. Kezza, Henshin! Mata ne! What are your guys' thoughts on Kamen Rider GOTCHARD as well? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye!